Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin of Sportsbook Review and RBWins.com. It's Saturday, May the 7th. It's time for my Major League Baseball underdog picks of the day, my last 7 segments with these picks, folks. We've gone 12 and 2, that's 83%. And boy, oh boy, if you consider the fact that if you go 50% with Major League Baseball underdogs, you're making a nice profit. At 83%, you're getting an enormous rate of return on your investments. So, congratulations to all of you who have followed these segments and cashed in with those tickets. Also, you can get my daily articles by going to sbrpicks.com. In those articles, I also unveil some picks in games taking place on that particular day, whether it be in the NHL, NBA, or Major League Baseball at this current time. And over the course of the last 15 days, we've gone 22 and 12 with those selections. Let's get right to the two games that I'm going to use for today as far as my Major League Baseball underdogs go. Let's start with the Seattle Mariners and Houston Astros game at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Opening pitch is slated for 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be right-hander Nate Karns for Seattle. It'll be southpaw Dallas Keuchel for the Houston Astros. Seattle, despite yesterday's 6-3 loss at Houston, has gone a terrific 12 and 5 on the road this season. Now let's talk about their starter today, Nate Karns. He's made 2 starts versus the Astros since 2014, one each in 2014 and 2015, and during those outings he was absolutely dominant, evidenced by a 0.69 ERA in those starts. And Karns has also displayed very good form over his last 3 starts with a 1.15 whip. Now, Dallas Keuchel, last year he was one of the contenders for the NL Cy Young Award in the National League, yet this year he's been absolutely brutal in 5 starts. As a matter of fact, over his last 3 starts, horrible form, folks. 8.82 ERA, 2.02 whip, and one of those 3 starts came at Seattle, which was just absolutely brutal as the Seattle Mariners just hammered Keuchel in that outing. We're going to take Seattle here, plus 137 over Houston, and you can find that line at justbet.com. Let's move on to our next game, the New York Mets with veteran right-hander Bartolo Colon at the San Diego Padres with veteran right-hander as well, James Shields. 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time start. San Diego's won 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 8, and that includes winning the first 2 games of this 4-game set against the Mets, in which they held the New York Mets to a combined 3 runs and 7 hits. And that those offensive struggles by the Mets in those 2 games is nothing new. Over the course of their last 7 games, the Mets are hitting just 195 as a team. They also have a paltry 279 on base percentage. So those struggles continued in the first 2 games of this series at Petco Park. Bartolo Colon does make the start today for the Mets, as I alluded to. 2 starts versus San Diego since 2014. I'm sorry, that's 3 starts versus San Diego since 2014, and he posted a large 7.36 ERA in those outings. How about San Diego starter James Shields? He's off to a so-so start, but he has really pitched solid, not overwhelmingly good, but not bad as well. As a matter of fact, over his last 3 starts, he's done pretty well with a 128 whip, which qualifies as good form. And Shields is 12 and 1 in his team starts during the month of May since 2014. That's extremely profitable, folks. And Shields also has made 2 starts versus the Mets last season, and in those outings posted a stellar 107 whip and went 7 innings on each of those occasions. I like the Padres in the home underdog value here once again. I'm going to take the San Diego Padres plus 135 over the New York Mets, and you can find that line at thegreek.com. Once again, folks, the Seattle Mariners plus 137, the San Diego Padres plus 135 on Saturday evening in Major League Baseball. Thank you for joining me. I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the very best with your picks on Saturday.